Today, you'll finally understand why knowing dark psychology is not optional anymore. Because if you don't understand how it works, you'll keep becoming a victim. You'll keep thinking something is wrong with you, when in reality, someone else is controlling you without ever raising their voice. And I'm not saying this because I read it in a book. I'm saying this because I lived it. From my teenage years all the way into my 30s, I was surrounded by people who were using dark psychological tricks on me. And the most painful part, they were my close friends. Some of them were even family. They never needed to shout. They never raised a hand. They just slowly rewired my mind. With silence, with manipulation, with fake praise, and well-timed guilt. Every time I tried to do something good in life, they would subtly laugh it off, call it luck, say it's just a phase. They'd plant small doubts like seeds, and I would water them myself. They never told me, you can't do this directly. Instead, they'd say, are you sure this is for you? People like us don't really succeed in that. I mean, go for it, but don't expect too much. And I believed them. I let them write my limits because I trusted them. And they used that trust as a tool, not to support me, but to control me. They always took advantage of my kindness. They knew I wouldn't say no, so they asked for favors, time, help, emotional support. And every time I needed them, they disappeared. They moved forward in life step by step, and I stayed behind, watching them grow and blaming myself for being left behind. I thought maybe I wasn't good enough. Maybe I was too emotional. Maybe I just didn't have what it takes. But one night, everything changed. I searched online, almost like a whisper from inside me said, look it up, something isn't right. And I typed, dark psychology. I found words I had never heard before: gaslighting, love bombing, guilt tripping, triangulation, silent treatment, covert manipulation, emotional control through kindness. And the more I read, the more my eyes opened. Because every tactic was something someone close to me had used on me, over and over again. That was the day I stopped doubting myself, because I finally had proof it wasn't me, it was them. From that moment, I changed. I started creating distance, no drama, no big confrontations, just quiet exits. One by one, I cut off the people who used me. I removed them from my life, even if they were childhood friends, even if they were blood. And guess what? They came back, they texted, they called, they said things like, why are you ignoring me? Miss you, bro. You've changed. Yes, I had changed. Because once you learn how manipulation works, you stop falling for it. Once you understand the game, you no longer play by their rules. I didn't respond. I didn't explain. I didn't justify. Because they didn't miss me. They missed the control they used to have over me. Now I live differently. I trust slower. I observe deeper. I don't explain my worth to anyone, and I never allow guilt to guide my decisions. Dark psychology taught me one of the hardest truths. Not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Sometimes the sweetest voice in the room is the most dangerous. So if you're listening to this and you've felt that silent pain, that subtle control, those invisible chains that keep pulling you back, know this: you're not weak, you're being manipulated. And the moment you learn to recognize it, you can break it. That's how my life changed. And maybe yours will too. We all carry things we don't talk about, not with our friends, not with our family, not even with ourselves sometimes. Maybe we stay quiet because we don't want to look weak, or maybe we believe we're too strong to ask for help, so we bottle it up and carry it alone. But silence never really heals us. Being understood does. Being seen does. And that's what this moment was. This wasn't just a story, it was a conversation. And if it felt real to you, then don't walk away like it meant nothing. Subscribe, not because it's expected, but because this is a space for people who feel deeply, think quietly, and are finally ready to grow. Let's heal together. Let's grow together, not just as viewers, but as real people.